Welcome guys to Doublekoradio. Been a long time coming. I'm here with Poe. Hey, what's up, man? So something exciting happened recently.
The Granblue something festival somewhere in Japan, but there was a festival for 2 days.
2 days, bro. Yeah. That's like Woodstock.
Yeah, they streamed it for like 12 plus hours each day, and they had a lot of performances with hologram singers and cosplayers. And not just cosplaying, but the cosplays were like honest. Like it wasn't just them on a stage. Like the stage itself was like this big stage, like a play. Like it was a setting. Like it was like the court of a castle. And then like they do little performances where they're like moving around. Like they did their poses on all that stuff, but they'd like be fighting henchmen sometimes too, or each other.
Like regular shitty things.
Yeah, they'd be like 2-3 feet away from, you know, the actual contact, but at least, you know.
Like in a real fight.
No, that's not how that happens.
The footsies, bro. Footsies. You know,
yeah, that whole really cool, there was less back and forth. There was no Korean backdashing or anything like that.
Yo, so when I sent you a link when that shit was happening, like at 3 in the morning, so that shit was so late. And I was like, oh, I'm sending this link to Pro.
You know what's funny? You sent that really late, but I caught that like 8 hours ago, like before that, and I'm like, this shit is still going on when you sent it. It's like, what the, and it's live? Jesus.
Yeah, there was a full concert too. You saw that they had like a full concert or something like that. Like, I don't know if they were like from the band of the game or something, but it was crazy.
Yeah, I only was interested in like the actual game stuff. So anytime I tune in for a couple minutes and then tune out, and then remember later, tune in, see what was going on, and it was out. Especially like if there was 2 people talking on a booth, then I'd be like, I'll be back. But yeah, a lot of good information about Granblue Fantasy Versus this weekend.
Yeah, it was for everything, right? Everything Granblue, but they also mentioned Versus, right?
Yeah, Relink, the RPG coming out, the mobile game, and the fighting game that's coming out that we're going to be talking about. Mainly was revealed this weekend was stuff about how they're handling characters in the Season 1 pass and Season 2. And you know, normally you don't get companies already going, and this is Season 2 when they haven't even been through Season 1, but I think they need to show that there's going to be extra continued support for the game's small roster at the beginning, because one of the major complaints from fighting game players is that this game is coming a little low on the amount of characters on release, for it being, you know, this day and age. Yeah,
it's 11 characters. Yeah, it's an odd number.
And it also, like, it releases February in Japan, but on the calendar, basically, like within the next month you're getting 2 more characters, and then the next month you're getting 1 more character. For now, like, that's like, so you're gonna get 3 characters within that first month and a half of the game being out.
So they show a trailer, right? They show first they show like how they normally go, like a little bit of intro, and then they show characters who look pretty cool, right? That Chaos Bringer dude, right? And they show like how Street Fighter does. They show like like cards, hidden card, like, oh, how many characters are going to be, right? And it was 1, 2, 3, 4. It was 5 of them, and we're like, oh, we're gonna receive that whole silhouette trailer thing that no one likes, you know. And no, they went straight to the next character, and they show you who it is, you know, and then they show you the other 2, and you're like, oh, that's awesome, and then they leave the last one for last.
Yeah,
like,
but I think they at least showed 2 characters like intros, and then like the other 2 characters they only really showed them in picture and how they look like in the mobile game, because they're just not ready. But at least they showed them like who's planned, so that people can get excited, or
they're not silhouettes,
or whatever.
so, which is cool. Yeah.
And then
I think the trailer was cool.
Yeah, and then like that last person was not announced, but then they go and announce who the first person for Season 2's pass is, but they don't show exactly how many characters are going to be coming out in Season 2.
Correct. They mentioned it's weird because they mentioned he's in the game in the story, but will be playable character when Season 2 comes out, which is cool, which is fine. We normally get like characters that they're story mode in other games and you never get to play them, and you know, you wish you did. In this case, they're doing it. He's a villain too, so that's pretty cool, like one of the main antagonists.
Yeah, it was called the Villains trailer too when they showed both of them. Chaos Bringer and Belial.
I think they also show, when they were showing the other characters, they also showed the chibi version, how they look in the mobile, for even the ones they show in the game too.
Yeah.
So that was pretty dope. This game really wants to never forget that, hey guys, there's a great mobile game there that if you guys want to, they never lose sight of that, And I think it's great.
And they did a good job of advertising, because even I got the bug. And I know I'm bad at, I guess, committing to mobile games. It's been almost 2-3 years since I've actually played one for a while. And it's just but I want to play it now, because I went through, as I was watching, I went through this trailer they were having. No idea what they were saying, because it was all in Japanese, but they showed so much of that mobile game that I'm like, dude, why does everything look so good? Every character looks so good. And then I'm just like, fuck. I want to try this game now, because everything's just so pretty in it.
I'm like, those just NPCs.
Even the NPCs and all that stuff, they look so well designed.
They do, man. Speaking of well designs, right? When they show these characters here, do you feel they look well designed compared to the main roster?
Which characters, like the DLC ones?
The one that they show.
Yeah, I mean, they all look like they're all a major part of the story. In terms of how they're designed, they look like care was put into them. So the closest one that would come to maybe not looking like that would be maybe the Soriz guy, the monk looking dude, the fisticuffs guy. But, I could definitely see him being like a townsman or something.
I was going to say that even for anime games, right? Normally you get the stereotype, they'll look the same, they'll look similar, there's an archetype and stuff like that. But in this game, I don't know, something about the character has so much personality. So much personality, and when they present them, even in the trailer, right, you see the first guy that he takes the ropes out, and you're like, oh, this guy means business, and he looks all mythical and all that shit. And then the next one is the samurai girl with the horns, and you see her grabbing the sword and shit like that, and then the stance. I don't know, it's just, you can tell that they're oozing with personality. They're not just, for me, they don't feel generic, right?
The game right now feels like whoever's making it for them, for side games, which is Access, right? Whoever's making it for them, they must have had some kind of well thought out plan to get all the regular fighting game archetypes, I guess, for characters. Because now,
gotcha.
In the beginning, a lot of the characters kind of felt the same when you got that first beta. But those are the ones that are more like the Kens and Ryus of the games. And now we're getting grapplers and zoners and
super armor.
Yeah, and now we're gonna start getting into probably more difficult classes of characters to come out more. The ones that are more anime, because they, in anime games there's so many quirks that some characters have in different types of the popular games that will make you feel like almost that character should be in a completely different game with how cool and different they are for the game. And I think this franchise, if it decides to keep going with this game could be this game could be going for 5 years and have 100 characters by the end of the 5 years.
Oh, you mean Street Fighter 5?
No, Street Fighter has 40 characters, but over 100 skins. I'm talking actual characters, not just skin. So yeah, but I think they could put themselves in a position with how much money they have. If this thing is popular, if this gets a lot of the fan base from the mobile games, that this even though the roster's so small now, this could get so many continuous updates that it'll keep getting people excited for the game, and people keep playing the game. And especially since it looks so good, it's not going to look dated in 5 years, not so much. Even though honestly right now it looks, let me see if this makes sense, this game looks like the mobile version of Guilty Gear Strive.
Damn, I wouldn't do that bad.
No, but that's not in comparison to how good Strive looks. But the thing is, Strive is the best looking fighting game of all time right now.
Yeah.
And it's not even finished. But I'm just saying, this looks like it would be the mobile version of that. Still looks really good, but not at that level. But it still looks really good.
I don't know. I'm gonna disagree with you a little bit, because I feel the art direction that they are going for Strive, it's different than this. This still feels like the art directions that they knew about, like the Dragon Ball or the XR, or that type of art direction. And Strive is going with a different art direction, man. It feels like I don't know, more focus in the lighting and facial expressions, and here is still trying to keep the essence of the anime, right? I don't know, for me, like I get it, like graphically is a better graphically game, right? Like I don't know, like Strive looks better graphically, like has more polygons or whatever the hell it might be, but it's the art style that they're still going with this one, right?
And also the animations for Strive are better.
Yeah,
there's cleaner animation in there.
Definitely has more polygons. I don't know, man. I get what you're saying. It's still like choosing between diamond and gold, but this game's still beautiful. There's so many attention to details.
But that's the point. Yeah, but that's the point I was making. They're both. Yeah. It's like it's still choosing from something good to something good. Like it's
chocolate and chocolate. You know, you just you're winning.
I'm not a fan of chocolate that much, as much as you are.
Going back to what you said about the roster, right? And I'm excited about this. But let me tell you a little bit about how the internet reacted, right? The internet reacted very mixed feeling, as in two things. The first impression was like, they're already selling 2 season passes? That's the first reaction. Mind you, the person that is complaining about that clearly doesn't have an idea already that they want to purchase this game. Because if I know I'm going to buy a game and they're already telling me, hey, by the way, that game you spend $60 something, we're already working on stuff. So just, sit down for the ride, because there's going to be a lot of stuff coming up. You should have been excited about it. And yeah, you could have the argument of like, it should have been in the game. Well, nothing should have been nothing. We're not the developers. We should just appreciate what they're bringing and that they're continually supporting this game. But that was the mixed feeling, to be honest. It was more of that, like, people being negative about when they already announced DLC when the game hasn't come out. You heard it before. DLC when the game hasn't come out, dead. But sleep.
In that same vein, like how games are nowadays, if you're not getting something like that, people are could say the exact same thing. Like, oh, no passes, it's dead game. It's nothing happening.
And I speak for myself. Obviously, I cannot speak for the masses, but from what I read from the masses, people want, disregarding of the complaint, people want to buy more stuff for the game that they like. Like, how many people be like in Dragon Ball, yo, I paid fucking $5 per skin, if they do, Like, people want to, because they want more of it. And then the next thing that I saw from the internet was that, obviously, this game has so many characters for the many years it has. The roster is almost infinite, right? Everyone has their own specific favorite ones, or the most popular one. And disregarding of, I could put the most popular one that I think, and there's still gonna be someone, well, but they didn't put my one that might be obscure or not, right? But that person's still gonna feel left out. So there's millions of that. Millions. Yeah, there's people that are so hyped about the people that are right there. They're like, yo, that person, well, but they don't have this one. There's always that thing, right?
It's just like the Marvel thing with Versus game.
Yeah, so they're always gonna be that. So I'm really, to be honest, I'm not even paying attention to that, because that's never gonna be a battle that can be won. But at least I'm hyped that they have so many material to bring that they're not gonna run out of content, dude. It is impossible for them to run out of content. They're a very profitable company, right? They did it right, dude. They gave us a roster that was okay just to start the game, just to push the game out, and while they work on all these extra characters, bro. The game is already there. It's like we have a plate, and now they're gonna bring all the rice. I'm gonna say rice, I'm gonna be biased. Gonna be all the rice, and then more rice, and then more rice.
And then ketchup to top it off, because that's what you
and then an egg on the top. No, but that's what I feel. I feel that they have so much material that they wanted to push out the game, and now they're gonna pump out like seahorse giving birth content, They just gonna pump out all that shit out, and it's exciting, dude. It's exciting for me.
And people gotta remember too, like if they're a little precautious about buying a game that might not, just based off of the roster, they're gonna be like, well, this isn't enough game for me. This is probably gonna be the most ambitious fighting game when it comes to having single player content. Because it almost feels like, from what I've seen off that RPG mode, it almost feels like that in itself could be a separate game.
Yeah, people have said that. People now actually finding out, oh, this game has a full RPG mode? That's crazy. And also full fighting game? The people that they saying there's like RPG mode, right? And this game completely a full RPG mode. And then on top of that, there's a whole complete fighting game in it, right? And think about this, right? Street Fighter 5, right? I know it's a completely different game, but Street Fighter 5 has a story mode, right? And Dragon Ball has a story mode, right? And They both tried two different directions, and to be honest, I don't think none of them was very impressive to the masses, right? I cannot speak for myself. I only played the Street Fighter one. Can you say that since you played both, do you feel that experience of that story mode was outstanding or in some way impressive?
I think the Dragon Ball one was a longer experience than I wanted it to be, because they put it in a way, they made it in a way where you had to be a little on the grindy side to get through the story. I don't think and it was to push more content, I guess, to make it feel like you're progressing in a way, but the way they did it was a little boring and repetitive. To try and get through the entire narrative of the story. So I might prefer the Street Fighter one, because it's just a simple go around of, hey, here's something happening, here's a fight, here's something happening, here's a fight. Almost like in Mortal Kombat 2. Mortal Kombat has it in that way, where there's story, they squeeze in a fight in there because it's a fighting game, and then story, and they cram in another fight because you want to probably push some buttons as you're watching the story because it's a fighting game, and so forth. So I don't know. So, either way, it's like a whatever kind of experience.
Yeah. Which I'm glad that you brought Mortal Kombat, because that was my point I was gonna say. Those experiences still feel like they're just extra things that they just threw there. I'm not saying it's bad. I'm just saying this just feels extra. It doesn't feel like they were catered completely towards that. And this game, at least I haven't played it, but the things that they're pushing is to mimic the experience that you get in a different game, which will be the mobile game, right? Yeah. And trying to fuse those two worlds by not being like lazy about it. It doesn't feel lazy at all in any possible way. Character customization level up, weapon customization. It has like a side scroller beat 'em up like Dragon's Crown type of thing. You know, it just feels like they really put a lot of thought into it. And instead of just being like, well, you just fight 8 rounds and you level up and then you get a weapon. No, like it feels like you have to do these things, and it looks great, and you fight these gigantic monsters and stuff like that. Like it feels like a completely different game. And in comparison to like NetherRealm, right, which it has a great story, right? Let's put it like that. The story's cool, but it still is like, I gotta fight because, you know, we gotta fight. You know, it doesn't feel like something about it.
Yeah, well, the thing with fighting games is like when they're made, especially in the beginning, because in the beginning they make a bunch of weirdos. They make almost story for every single one of them, because that's, you know, in arcade, that's what you got to do. You play the computer in an arcade back when it was like arcade stuff, and then you cram some kind of story in there. But it's like you're putting a bunch it's almost like if you're a creator and they go, here's a bunch of weirdos, figure out a story between all these guys, instead of going, all right, we have this story and we're gonna have all these characters do stuff based on this story, like how I'm assuming the first game was. And then now, because there's such a big like I guess like a base for creating something else with that world, like it comes off more natural. It feels like it comes off a little bit more natural like that.
So I think that's very exciting about this game, that it feels like they put so much effort in it, so it brings both audience, right, for just single player or not, and it feels like an incentive to play it. They say that you can unlock even a character like in Dragon Ball, right, if you finish the story mode. So that's cool. Just giving more option. It feels that they dedicated all that into this game. It feels they're doing the right thing, you know. Disregarding if a lot of people feel DLC early and stuff like that, these people are really putting so much content in the game that maybe people that haven't had hands-on doesn't realize how much they really have in the game already, you know. It doesn't feel nothing that is mediocre or nothing.
I remember which Tekken was it where you were running around and it turned into almost like a beat 'em up, and then you pick up chicken and stuff like that.
Tekken 3.
Yeah, that seems like, you know, if they treated like something like that not as a second fiddle, like as another important part of the game where people can spend a lot of time in it, then I would see it, you know, like I could see it being more viable as a thing for adding like modes like that in fighting games. But they can't. Developers can't just be like, all right, just kind of cram this in there instead of
story.
Instead of just like I have put some love in it, you know. You put some love and care into it.
I'm excited, man. This company and they're releasing another game, and I'm glad that this game is in the map. Like I said when we played the beta, I've been talking about this for a long time, and Fantastic
Well,
game.
you know, it feels good. I'm sure it's like
Sorry,
nowadays.
I'm talking about the franchise. I was talking about the franchise.
The franchise, okay.
Franchise. Sorry, fantastic franchise. It's a fantastic franchise. Has a lot of love and care from the developers. That's what I was saying.
Yeah, so I'm definitely gonna try out the mobile version eventually, just so I can have. I want to have more of a connection to these characters than I already have. So like I watched some of the anime, and but I just want more. I'm like I want to see what's going on now. Ever since this past weekend.
It's patched in English. You can listen to the whole story, everything. They voice everything is voice, bro. Like it's just. Great stuff.
Yeah, I mean it's great when a company has the resources and money to do that.
Absolutely. From the DLC, is there anyone in particular that you were more excited?
I'm a sucker for samurais. So the Narmaya.
So
yeah. Narmaya is one I'm looking into. Like, hopefully.
Gotcha.
Hopefully, you know, but again, like playstyle wise, like if she doesn't mesh with me, then I'm not gonna play her.
Alright. For me, Chaos Bringer and Saurus. I definitely wanted a monk fisticuff guy, and that's cool. I'm glad that it is there. As their elders, there's a character that looks like Rock Howard in the game, in the mobile one. It literally has Raging Storm and everything. I would love him to be there, but Saurus is fine. You know, like I'm not complaining. He's the archetype that I wanted to have in the game. You know.
Yeah.
So I'm hyped for that. And Chaos Bringer looks really cool, mythical, whoa, that shit. Why should be a brawler? Like a rah! Like, bro, but you're magic. Fuck my magic.
He's all magic, but he has fucking this dude's fighting stance. What's
Pyro.
his name? Pyron.
Like Pyro, like
the Pyron boxing stance. I'm all-powerful galactic being.
Oh, it's a taekwondo.
Get ready to box.
That would be dope. So I'm hyped. I wanted to see what they do more.
Yeah, it's good news. I just, you know, it just sucks in this day and age. People find more reason to complain without having any substance there.
Oh, absolutely.
You know, like with what they're saying. Like it would make more sense if, like, I wish just people online would make more valid points about the stuff they're actually complaining about.
They're always gonna complain, but listen, we know this gem, so. I
hope so, because even like it just looks like it's gonna be good, but you know, when we play it, maybe something's wrong with that single player mode. Maybe something maybe something they changed doesn't feel right with the game anymore when we play it. But yeah,
I'm still gonna welcome it because there's a fresh new entry to it. Yeah. You know, I'm not gonna be blind to it, obviously, if it has flaws, but I'm still gonna welcome it in a way that I love fighting games, and I love it that it's more different approach to it, you know. And maybe this is gonna influence other people to make even better games. Like, we should stop with the mediocre type of content, you know. This is the content that we need, pushing all that stuff in there, you know. Make it look nice, make it look pretty, great other content, and you know your audience.
Yeah, and respect what the audience
franchises.
Yeah, respect all that stuff that people came to know and love about the franchise.
You hear that, Capcom?
I mean, they're doing all right. They just started off shitty.
Yeah, they're doing better.
They started off shitty, and look how long it's like. It's almost like they're in some like fucking abusive relationship where they're just not forgiven. You know?
No, they cannot forgive.
They fucked up once. They're just not forgiven.
Unless there is another game, they're not. But that's another topic.
So let's get into the characters. Since there's so few characters in this game, let's get into pretty much what we're looking at. So the main dude, Gran. He's basically, he has a Hadouken, he has a DP, he kind of has a Tatsu. What's something special about him? He can buff his stuff, right? He can buff his specials, like up to like 5 levels.
Oh, he charges up.
He charges up his stuff until like he gets like invincible or something like that. Like one shot, almost like, you know, like the Scar. Like the Sagat Scar thing, you could just charge him up. When we played him in the beta, he felt cool. He feels like I played against him, and he feels like he could easily just be in your ass, like easily just nope, I'm right here. So
dishing out and that stupid kick,
Yeah, so for me, I think that character will feel a little boring for me personally, but you know, it's strong, almost like a Haomaru, like boring but strong.
Yeah.
Catalina
is
almost like
half zoner, right?
Because she has a slow projectile and a fast projectile and a multi-hitting projectile, like a 3, like, you know, like you got different versions of your projectile. She could lunge, like she has like a lunge move. She also has a DP. She has that barrier thing where you can almost like a parry and then hit him after.
She looks awesome.
She's the one you're very respectful towards.
Yeah, you have to. It's too good.
Charlotta, yeah, she has like a charge move, the Blanca ball. That's what I call it, because she's like, it's basically a Blanca ball. She has like a flash kick kind of move. She kind of has like a Rekka, if I remember correctly.
Like a multi-hitting, yeah.
Yeah, and then she has that almost like that demon flip kind of mix-up where she jumps up in the air and she either goes high, low, or you get grabbed.
Yeah.
But yeah, so far, you know, Charlotta, I think aesthetically, she looked really cool to me. Like, I don't know if I like the way she plays, but like, she just looked really cool. Because she's so little, you know, and she has a lot of personality, yeah.
Yeah.
Lancelot, again, another guy that
down.
he looks cool, but not my style of character, because he's like
rush down mix, yeah.
Yeah, because he has that slow projectile that he could like put out, but he's already moving around it.
If he has dashes, then he can go up or low or.
Yeah, he could teleport above you. He could like
Slow
dash behind you. Or like that move that he has, like if you block it and he's close enough, he's all of a sudden behind you.
Behind you.
Yeah, so mix up character. So yeah, we got mix, we got the standard Shoto types. We got a charge character kind of, because then in this game you got the shortcut moves too.
We got Percival.
Percival, yeah, he's got almost like that Kazuki power up thing where he charges up his specials by, I think they call them orbs. Like you charge up your orbs. He has that weird like not a command grab that you can follow up with attacks.
Yeah.
Like it stuns you or some shit, like that weird black thing.
He has fire.
Yeah, big normals, and his specials are like kind of the same, where it's like one of them you either go high or overhead, and then but the medium one does like the most damage.
Then we have the whip character.
That's one of my characters. If you know, I still play her. Kind of zoning with more with your normals than like actual projectiles.
Like poking, like poison type, right?
Yeah. She has like pets too, like the cat that's kind of like a trap, and she uses a dog, which is basically like a DP.
She's really interesting.
She has that she can whirl her whip for like chip damage in front of you. She has a dive kick, and then she like swings in the air with her, like for aerial mobility and stuff. Oh, and she has that thing where like she's like almost like whipping her whip like a hula hoop around her, so like you can't.
Yeah, it goes around her.
You can't cross her up.
You dash. Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, she's still cool. Me talking about her, I'm like, yeah, it still sounds like I'll play her.
She looks cool.
We got Young Money, Lil Wayne.
Lil Wayne.
He's probably one of the more different characters.
Jesus Christ, his character is insane.
Because he's got and then his specials, like his specials alone are what really like make him different too. Like, because then so far all the specials are pretty much, oh shit, I got hit by something really damaging, but this guy has weird shit with his specials.
Yeah, and he can pick item. He can literally pick the item that he wants, type of shit. Yeah.
He's got his homies that he could throw like high or low or at the fucking same time. You could call him out at the same time. He's got a counter.
He got his super that turns into a summon.
Yeah, and that summon, like it doesn't last for a long time, but it does, like she has like her own move list basically, that summon.
Yeah, magic and all that shit.
And when he gets into his pyramid form with his boys, they have their own move list too.
Ridiculous.
And you can't block, and I don't think you could jump when you're in the pyramid, but you have a dodge mechanic where, you know, like in SNK where you're just like, nope. Yeah. That's your block. You gotta actually dodge. Oh, he eats like food for health and like engage. And he has the Catalina robot where she shoots a beam or missiles or something else. She does something like a punch or something.
He's like Faust, but like a different version from Guilty Gear.
Not really. I don't think his RNG is that crazy.
It's not RNG, but it has multiple items.
Yeah. The hypest grappler in a long time coming, La Diva.
Woohoo!
Man, command grab.
La Diva here, but in Japanese they call it Festiva.
Yeah, Festiva or La Diva, whichever one. Got command grabs out the ass, fucking regular command grab, air command grab.
Dash.
You could command grab, like a dash command grab, and like one where you grab people out of the air command grab. It's almost like they were like, dude, we don't know when the next grappler is gonna come. So
It's
let's
like
give
King,
him everything.
like King in Tekken.
Yeah, like King and Tekken. You know, are we gonna put out Armor King? I don't know. Just give him Armor King stuff too. Put everything in there. Where's he at? 150 moves? Yeah, okay. Keep going a little bit more.
Yep. He has a lariat. He has all the wrestling thing that you expect.
And he has the anti-projectile headbutt where you can hit people with it, but it also negates projectiles. The fucking Laria, if you block it standing, it guard crushes you.
Oh shit!
And you could, I guess another kind of grab is you toss people in the air for no damage, but you can follow up with an attack. It's just Ladiva sounds so much fun.
She has a roll. She rolls.
Yeah, she rolls too.
To dash. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a badass leg drop. And then the zoner, the Morrigan.
Yeah, that completely opposite one. Metera, right? Metera. Her normal moves are cool. Like her normals are cool, like her big buttons and like her slide, like a bison slide.
Yeah.
But like other than that, she just kind of has like a slow and a fast projectile. That little
butterfly to enhance the projectile.
Yeah, the little butterfly. That Hilda thing she has where she puts the projectile in the air and it rains down on people. What else she got? She has a command like backdash almost, like she has like a retreat that's different in the air and the ground.
Dude, she has a badass back grab. Have you seen it?
Nah, I don't remember if I've seen it. I don't remember if I've paid attention to it. Because I've seen a lot of footage after the weekend, because I guess people got to play it and posted up a lot of footage, so been looking at some of that.
That's crazy. Check your phone.
I'm not gonna check that now. Wait, unless it's a GIF.
It's relevant, yes.
Okay.
It's a picture, yeah.
Yeah, but Metero looks cool, man.
She does. Like she's definitely the archetype that it wasn't here, right? Like you say, Catalina maybe is zoning a little bit, but this girl is full zoning. You could tell she has a lot of air mobility too. She jumps. I think she has double jump or like a jump dash, something in the air like that. She does, which is really awesome. Yeah,
well, like Catalina kind of felt like if Gran and Catalina were two versions of each other, like one that's rush and one that's like more neutral heavy.
Like Chun-Li and Ryu.
Yeah, but this one's definitely like, all right, completely.
Yeah, with the air movement she has, zoning, which is fun. And then we got Zeta.
Yo, she's that fucking back grab.
Yo, it's so good.
Oh,
she's with her booty, bro.
And I can't even tell if that heart's coming out of her or Ladiva that she's doing it to, because Ladiva has hearts.
Yeah, but it's from her though. So cool. She plays this game for good boys and girls, bro.
Yeah, sure. That girl's hot in the pants.
Zeta.
She needs to get cooled down. Zeta looks cool. I call her Zeta. I don't know. It looks like Zeta to me. Zeta.
Like Rosetta, right?
Yeah.
Like Rosetta Stone.
Yeah.
But Rosetta Stone doesn't have Z, so it's Zeta, bro. Let me know, guys, in the comment. What is it, Rosita, Zeta, or Zeta?
It's not the S to the Z. It's the E. That's what we're pronouncing.
So Ida.
And it's like, you know, in Japanese. Say it in Spanish.
Zeta.
Yeah, that's basically because in Japanese, in Japanese they pronounce it the same as Spanish. Like those sounds they pronounce the same.
So you know,
so they say Zeta
Z, right?
instead of Zeta, huh?
Zeta in Spanish means Z.
So she's
maybe
Z.
That's why. Yeah,
we just call her Z.
Yo, Z.
So I'm really interested in this character. I'm sure a lot of people are, because she just looks fun. She looks fun. She's got her own full screen projectile as a beam.
The air dashes.
Yeah, she has like an attack that follows up multiple times, like whether it be from the air or the ground.
Almost like the wolf from Darkstalker, Joan Talbot.
Yeah.
She
has the parry. She has like the Street Fighter, the third strike parry. And she has lightning legs with a spear.
Yeah, she's multiple times.
I don't know, I like poke heavy characters. She looks like a poke heavy character.
And she looks so awesome. And I know it's redundant saying it from all these characters, but she looks so cool. Like she looks like someone you wanna like hang out and stab monsters. Like she looks so cool.
Fucking Senpai Zeta.
Yeah.
Did I do good, Senpai?
That should be one of the homies.
Basaraga.
Which I still have mixed feelings about it. I like the archetype how he looks. Like he looks really menacing. Looks like almost like Nightmare / Astaroth, right? With the sight and all that shit.
Yeah, like if they had a baby.
And he has a lot of super armor moves, right? He stomps on you, fuck your couch type of thing with super armor. He has an air grab thing.
But he doesn't really just have it on all his stuff, right? He has to boost it. He has to boost his armor.
Yeah, and he charges up. I don't know, you notice he does a move that he charges up like, ah! And then,
yeah, I think that's it. I think that's the armor boost thing.
Yeah. And which he looks cool, but I don't know, something about him feels weird to me, so I don't know. I'm not sold on him yet.
I think a couple of his at first I'm like, geez, this is gonna be fucking annoying to deal with all this armor. But I think also they made him like the other character in the game with I don't know if some of his moves are charged or just one of them, but at least he has charge moves, so you can't like just fucking throw it all the time, like just armor everywhere. So
yeah,
hopefully
and how the game works here too.
Yeah, hopefully that calms him down a little. But he looks, I don't know, maybe I'll try him out if you're gonna go with Ladiva
can
first.
take a super hit. Like if you do a super, you can eat the super hit. It's pretty dope.
Oh, like pre-patch fucking Android 16?
Yeah, for Beam.
Yeah, he looks alright. I definitely see like the range thing is weird, where he has this gigantic scythe, but like it's almost like he doesn't want to cheat. Like he himself as a character,
like it doesn't
I don't want to
like,
cheat.
No,
I'm just gonna.
your arm.
Not like you, bro. That's cheating.
You see my size?
I gotta give him a chance. Look how big I am.
He looks gigantic too. He really does.
Yeah.
And that's the main roster, right?
Yeah, that's it. So that's like the main, the starting roster.
So weird, 11 characters, right?
That's such a weird number. That's such a weird number.
They're gonna throw us a bone there, bro. They're gonna throw us a bone. You'll see.
Like one of the henchmen that can still be like a
something. They're gonna throw something, bro. Like maybe like Noctis or something. Got you from left field, huh?
I forgot those jokes existed.
To be honest, if I have a wish list from this character,
no, bro.
It's just more.
No.
Not
okay, I thought you were gonna get into another topic that could be a completely different video.
No, if I have a wish list from whatever they did from this character, like, do I want more? That they could have done more or less with this character? No, I think it has a good variety of different archetypes that I'm pleased with it, you know?
And the thing is, like, with how the archetypes were chosen, it makes me feel like I can trust them to choose whatever the fuck they want to do next.
So it's exciting to know what it's
I'm just like, dude, just you know, whenever it comes out, I'll play it. Just pump it out, bro. I don't care what it is. Dude. Everything I've seen looks fucking cool as shit.
Yeah, because every battle will be so different, right? Because the characters play so different. They all have that, and I'm a sucker for those things, right? That's why I like a lot of BlazBlue. Everyone has like a drive, like something that unique for that character that can do multiple times, and it identifies that character, right? And this game, everyone has like something to go on for, like Lil Wayne with his homies, right? Or you know, like the Vasaraga with his super armor type. I don't know, like something. They always have like a quirk type of thing that identifies them, and I think that's really awesome.
So what would you say? Let's go with bottom 3 characters you like from the starting roster that you're not interested in playing.
Grand Charlotta Lancelot.
Damn, dude, that's like literally my that's literally my same exact 3.
Because the bottom row, bro, the second row, not sure if you're gonna show them. The second row is fucking OD, bro. That second row is OD. Like, I want to be all of their friends.
Alright, so top 3 then that you want to play.
Top 3. Ladiva, absolutely. Percival, and a mix between if I like Vasaraga or not, you know, or Metara, maybe.
Alright, let's do it like this. The first 3 people you think you're gonna lab in the game, no matter what you saw already, which 3 are they gonna be?
Ladiva, Percival. I don't even have a third one.
Okay. Yeah, for me it's
100%.
For me, I think just because of the beta, I think Fairy is still main for me. Like, I think that's my fallback character while I dabble on everybody else. But it's gonna be Zeta, like Fairy, then Zeta, then Ladiva.
Well, I think you need to give me Zeta because Ladiva is red, Percival is red. I need to go with Zeta.
That's too much red, bro. That means you need to choose another color. No more ketchup for you.
No, but for now, definitely Percival and Ladiva are like hands down. Those are the ones I'm gonna.
And because you're so hyped for Ladiva, I'm just kind of like, alright, dude, I'll
Dude,
step back.
that's so high.
Because literally everybody, like you, me, Daikin, whoever else we're gonna play with, like that DG, like even seeing that character as a grappler just looks like way too much fun to be an asshole with.
And that's great. That means they did a great job with this character, man. So good.
Especially because it's like nowadays you have such weird, questionable stuff when it comes to genders and stuff, and people aren't thinking about that at all. People are thinking,
no,
she's just really fucking cool.
Yeah, and that's how. Yeah, dude, that's so great about it. I love it. It's pretty dope. Maybe Lil Wayne. Let's see, man. Let's see. But definitely those two, La Diva, Percival.
All right, guys, down below in YouTube, tell us what you think about the roster size. Let us know what you think about the roster size. Who you're excited about the roster? What are your thoughts on the season pass 1 and 2 being announced, and what characters you're most excited for to play online when the game drops?
And who you want in this game? Just tell us who you want in this game.
Yeah, and drop us who out of all the billions of characters in the
educate us.
Yeah, let us know who you want and why. Thanks very much for listening, guys. This has been Double KO Radio, Poe and David, and we are out.